More than 30 people in Philadelphia lost their job after they decided to unionize the coffee shop where they were working. The coffee shop was just not able to sustain the additional expense, and it just closed its door. It just couldn't handle to be a union shop.
You can't hide. We all see your greedy side.
Former employees of OCF Coffee House rallied outside of the now closed Fairmount Cafe on Tuesday.
We've been paid really bad wages, and this was our attempt to get better wages and make the place that we love better.
The coffee shops are owned by OCF Realty. The real estate brokerage announced the closures to employees in an email which included 2 other locations in South Philly. Workers like Alex Simpson say they were shocked.
I am pretty crushed, especially when it's such a blatant response to our union process. This comes a week after we publicly announced our union.
Workers say they made anywhere from $9 to $13 an hour, along with fluctuating tips. Former employees say they attempted to bring their concerns to management. OCF Realty President Ori Feibush told us over the phone he held meetings on Monday to hear from workers, but very few attended.
He owns a chunk of the city, so we're just very confused as to why he couldn't pay us a couple more dollars an hour.
Feibush says the coffee shops already operated at a loss, and he's not against workers unionizing. Instead, it's the cost of legal services that come along with the union that added to the decision to close.
The coffee shop business is a highly competitive business with extremely low margins. Once you start charging more than $4 for a coffee cup, people start looking somewhere else, or simply they just make their coffee at home, like I do. The closing of these 3 businesses was a big loss for the community, for the city, for its employees, and for the owners themselves. I think that these employees should have reflected a little bit longer before making such a drastic decision. These are educated young people who are conscious that working as a barista is not a high-paying job. Everyone knows that, but they apply for that job anyway. They were also aware of the financial difficulties that this coffee shop was going through, but they decided to add the additional burden of being a unionized job. For small businesses or those businesses operating in very small margins, unions are just a step next to bankruptcy. As soon as one of these shops unionize, the profit margin is completely gone and they might as well just go bankrupt. This business, OCF Coffee House, was already operating at a loss. These employees should have been grateful that this company was willing to go through the extra mile to keep them employed. But no, they decided to be greedy and ask for even more, even though there was no more to give. On the bright side, all these are young individuals. They already know how the coffee business works. They already know how to work all these coffee machines, how to serve customers. Hey, I have an idea. Why don't get some capital together, rent a place, buy some coffee tables and chairs and coffee machine, and start a business of your own. Just take a financial risk that your employer was taking. You will learn quite soon the complexities of being a business in this marketplace. Now, my tip is this. Just don't unionize. If you don't like your job, if you don't like a job, just don't take it. If you think it's a low-paying job, too low for you, just don't take the job. Or if you think you can do better, just move on to another higher-paying job. You are young. You can get some training. You could get some bookkeeping classes, some nursing classes, some whatever classes, and increase your skills, improve yourself, and then find a job or a position that will pay better, and leave these barista jobs for higher school students who are in the process of becoming an adult. They will appreciate it. They will appreciate the job, the responsibility, the opportunity to grow. And you, as an employee of this coffee shop, you can also move on and do better if you find a more suitable job for your skills and for your ambitions. Thank you so much for watching, and until soon. Peace.